United are not letting me down, bruv. I can't lie, bruv. The Ineos apologies, guys. You know what I'm saying? We're waiting for them anyway. Once we get Belabor in, then we need some apologies, bruv.
Yeah. I think I've been a big advocate of not wanting Sheshko. I've been a big advocate of wanting Mateta or Watkins for the price tag that we paid. But if we get Baleba in, I'm going to be very happy with Sheshko and Baleba, because it's not individual players I'm looking at. I'm looking at how we're constructing the whole team. Everything has to complement each other. Do you know what I'm saying? And I'm really happy with the 2 forwards that we already signed. I'll be even more happier if we can get that, which we have, the striker, but also the midfielder. That will make me happy. It's like, having cake with no icing. Do you know what I'm saying? Having curry with no goat, it won't make sense. I need the full package. I need the complement. You know what I'm saying? I'm an Asian, so I like basmati rice. You can't give me salad and curry. That's not gonna work. So I want the full package. And if Ineos do pull this off, you know what? Fair play, hats off. I'm definitely then excited for the season. I'm definitely excited for the season. I'm looking forward to it. And they pulled off a big one towards the end of the window. They really did pull off a big one. My biggest concern is the price tag around Baleba. If we're going to be priced out of this deal, which I hope that's not the case, considering how much money we just paid for Sheshko. I hope it's not the case, and I hope it's not just pulling on people's heartstrings and verbal foreplay from journals. That's my only kind of fear. But I have the right to be like that over the course of the windows that we've had. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but why? Sheshko's only £66 million.
65, 66 million. No, I just don't want it to be a verbal trauma, man. Every window we've, you know what? If I'm being honest, the Frankie De Jong one just.
Yeah, but the difference is Frankie De Jong didn't want to play for Manchester United. Baleba wants to play for Man United. Ten Hag was obsessed with De Jong. De Jong never wanted to play for Man United, and he made it clear that he was happy in Barcelona and his wife didn't want to move. And yet we kept pursuing him, bro. We kept doing what Newcastle were doing with Sheshko, and we lost out. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not the situation we're in. Like, this player clearly wants to play for us. We got 2 of his compatriots, and another player that's already played in the same team as him, bro. So he's got 3 friends already at the club. We're being told he wants to join the club. The club know that he wants to join, and we've approached Brighton, and they're saying that Brighton have been receptive to the approach. They said it's been a respectful approach, but it's going to cost bread. Pay the fucking money.
Yeah. There's no hiding it. The PTSD has sucked out all the joy from me, man. I'm just going to be honest. If we do get Baleba over the line, I'm going to be wowed. I'll be Embuemo, Cunha, and Baleba as well in the same window. If that's the case, man, fuck Champions League. I'll never want to play Champions League again. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, the money's there. Clearly, the way to make the deals is clearly there. And on the way before the show, I was actually reading up on how Man United structured the deals cleverly to try and accommodate all of these players. I mean, fair enough, fair play. Honestly, fair play. It's goals galore. That's what I want. And
they said that we didn't have a plan, bro. And this is why I said, and I remember the argument I had, and I'm sure it was with, might have been Musa Nuruddin, bro. And I'm sure there was other people as well. You know what I mean? Like, when they were saying that there's no plan, and I said, bro, listen, you see Jim, this is not a brother that was born, into his wealth, bro. He had to accumulate that shit, bro. Like, you do not make the amount of money that this guy's made, without at least having a fucking plan. Do you know what I'm saying? In life, plans don't always run smoothly, but you still have a plan, innit? When he brought in Dan Ashworth, and people were saying, he sacked Ashworth, so that means he didn't have a plan and he was just winging it. Bro, he was never winging this thing. He had an idea of what he wanted to do, but he wasn't sure how he wanted to get there. He tried certain things, it didn't work out, and he showed what all successful people have. They have an ability to control damage, and that's what he did by getting rid of Ashworth. Do you know what I mean? Jason Wilcox, in the end, was promoted to a job that he's never done before, and he's doing a fucking great job. Do you know what I'm saying? So you have to give Jim a lot of credit, because for him to identify that Jason Wilcox was capable of doing the job in the first place, it shows you that he has some idea. about what needs to be done, bro.
Yeah, I think even signing this sort of midfielder right now shows huge intent, because next window obviously we're gonna have to part ways with Bruno, Casemiro. You know, these players are gonna
At
be
some point, yeah.
at some point anyway. So getting a player as such from Premier League as well, with majority of our transfers, 90% plus, are from the Prem, except for one, and that shows clear intent on the direction this club is going. I really hope that this actually pulls through, man. I really, really do, that we can budge Brighton, and if we do, I don't know how Man United have done it. I really do not know. Without coming in European football, not
I
winning,
know how they've done it,
it's
because we're
just
Manchester fucking United, and also we have people that know what they're doing. Wilcox knows what he's doing. It's not hard, yeah, to sell the project, yeah, if you genuinely believe in it, bro. And I believe that Wilcox is a guy that was brought in. The guy's been at Manchester City, people forget. So he's been around success. He knows what a successful operation looks like. So does Barada. You know what I'm saying? And obviously, they're saying the right things to these players, and they're selling it, bro. They're saying that Sesko pretty much nearly took a 50% wage fucking reduction to join Man United, because Newcastle offered him nearly 300k and he's gonna sign 150. That's mental, bro. 150 and no Champions League, bro. So, bro, whatever the fuck they said to him, do you know what I'm saying? Keep saying that shit.
Even
Baleba's on
Embuemo,
12k.
don't forget. Even Embuemo, even Cunha, these players, and then there are positives within the team already. You know, Dorgu's been performing really well in the preseason, so it's almost, I look at it and I'm like, I hope it's not too good to be true. And even the players that we sign in, they're not managerial players. You know what I'm saying? We didn't go and get Gekores. They're not all managerial players. They're players that are good for the team. They're players that can play different systems, and players that are adaptable, accustomed to the league. All of this is very good, man. All of this is very good. I just hope I'm not sold a fake dream. I just really, really hope I'm not. That's all it is. And I don't even care if Baleba signed on the last hour or the last 10 minutes of the window. That's just a player you just be thankful that is in your club at the end of the day. Do you know what I'm saying? It increases our probability to come top 5 instantly with a player, like instantly. Do you know what I'm saying? Now, then the season starts. Then you see, how does the manager implement these players? And that's another conversation in itself. We'll see that when that happens. But for now, it's good stuff. It is good stuff. I just didn't like. I would have preferred Baleba before Sesko. That's just my awkward opinion. But hey ho, who cares?
I think that things are happening the way they are supposed to happen. You know what I'm saying? They're happening the right way. And also, the Sesko deal is weird because, like they said, even the commission that his agent was asking for, yeah, which was pushing the price up when Arsenal were in for him, the man is saying that they've waived the commission, which is crazy. Do you know what I'm saying? So, like, that's definitely taken the price down a lot as well. So that means the player must have really wanted to join Man United, because if the player wanted to join Man United to the point where my man's waived his fee, they've sacrificed money, both the agent and the player, and they could have got that at Newcastle.
In one way or another, man. The agent will get paid.
He will get paid, but at the end of the day, yeah, he could have got that at Newcastle. He could have got that at Newcastle, and he chose not to, bro. And he could have got Champions League at Newcastle, and he chose not to. And the same thing goes for Arsenal as well.
The truth
you know what I'm saying? So I think that's promising. I think that's definitely promising, because a lot of people weren't really sure about Šeško's attitude in terms of he's been linked with a move a couple for the last, I think, 18 months. I think the last 3 windows.
Yeah.
He's been linked with a move. And then I think 2 of the times he signed a new deal. And one of the times I think he moved to Leipzig from Salzburg. Do you know what I mean? When they thought he was going to go from Salzburg to a bigger club, then he ended up going to Leipzig. Then he got linked with a move. And then he ended up signing a new deal. And people were kind of like, yo, why does this guy keep getting linked to moves and he's not making that move? And I wasn't sure why he wasn't making the move. I didn't know if them man were fucking about, or, do you know what I'm saying? Obviously, he's come out and he didn't think he was ready for the big move at the time. But it's good to see that it's not a money motivation thing for him, because I was saying the same thing with fucking the likes of the Oshermans and all these other guys. It was like, cool, do you want to kick ball, or do you just want a payday? Do you know what I'm saying? And the fact that he's taken less money to join the club, and he would have told his agent to take less money. That means he genuinely wanted to play for us, which is what we want.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. I think these crop of players, if they manage to get Man United into Champions League football, that would be a massive achievement for all of them. You know, that is where we should be anyways. Do you know what I'm saying? That is where we should be. And individually for them to say that they came into a team that had the worst season last year for the club's history, and they were the players that managed to turn things around, that would be a huge proud moment. And then to go on from there as well. Do you know what I'm saying? Every single player that we've signed, they are the type of players that you want to keep for the next 3-4 years without shadow of a doubt.